Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy, and tomorrow is gonna be the final day for us to get the tickets for the comeback banner for Global Grand Cross. And with that, we get to summon one more time on this free banner, which is actually really good for new players. But when you do summon, you also get the ability to select one of these characters right here. Now, if you're new to the game, you may not understand the value of these characters, so you might just pick one because you think their profile looks cool, or maybe you go in your box here and then you maybe check out their cosmetics, right? Maybe you just go over here and you're like, okay, I like this guy's cosmetic, he looks like a hyper chad or whatever, right? Maybe you look at Valenti, where is she, and you're like, okay, I like lollies or whatever, right? Maybe you go ahead and you pick her up. Well, I'm going to give you guys some input in regards to which character I would personally choose if I was a new player that didn't have a box like filled out with pretty much all the characters that I want to have. Obviously, there's a couple characters that I don't have, but I don't really need them, or I didn't really felt like I needed them when they were like available to attain. Right, so let's jump back over here to the banner and I'll give you guys some input. Okay, first and foremost, by the way, as you are summoning, make sure you're collecting the loyalty rewards here, because it's very easy to not see that they are giving them to you up here, and you might actually miss out on some free stuff. Okay, so first and foremost, make sure you collect those. So at the start of the game, or at the start of the banner rather, they give you the ability to get this guy for free. AoE, cleave damage, corrosion card with weak point ultimate, a very good passive. Overall, Blue Demon Meliodas is a fantastic starter unit for any new player coming to Grand Cross. Hawk is pretty good as well, especially since from time to time they buff him to make him better for PvE content. So new players getting him is actually really good. Additionally, Red Gother, one of the best characters in the game, easily in my opinion, top 5 still, even though Green Gother offers a little bit more. But the attack seal, man, that will never truly fall out of the meta because attack is king. So being able to shut down your opponent's ability to do damage for 2 turns is a very big deal, since from time to time cleanse type characters like Lilia or Blue King just kind of get pushed out of the meta. So this guy, fantastic starter unit because of the rank up, the attack seal, and obviously his passive. He also has a really good ultimate, which depletes ultimate move gauge from enemies, and ults are very important in Grand Cross. So overall, fantastic utility unit with a fantastic DPS. Down here they give you another DPS, which is great for demons and can still do work in low tier PvP, or on the right team, high tier PvP. And then we have Bond, pretty good starter unit for Red Demon, decent for low tier PvP because he can still tank, and since he's blue, he's alright, right? But lastly, what should you choose from this selector? So in terms of like exclusivity, rarest character, like if you are somebody that you just like having characters because they're really rare, they're not on every single banner, Valenti and Lilia, they're the 2 rarest characters in here. If you look at the characters that you see on this banner and you go over to pretty much all the other banners in the game, you'll notice that these characters are repeated there. The only difference is you don't get the ability to get them at level 80, right? If you go to any other banner, you'll see those same characters with the exception of Lilia and Valenti. But just because they're exclusive doesn't mean they are good. Keep in mind that exclusivity in this game doesn't necessarily mean they are top tier. It doesn't mean they're god tier units. It just means they're exclusive. For example, Cardinal Hellbroom, one of the worst characters in the game, but only the top 100 players currently have this guy. The top 100 players who chose to play that season have this guy. I chose not to play, right? And I probably won't be playing to get Walio or Wilo, whatever that guy's name is, the simp that follows Deldry around, asking to marry her, right? That simp. Anyways, moving on. Let's go back over here. So exclusivity aside, what should you choose? Personally, I think just because Valenti is exclusive, that is a big big selling point for her, right? She can basically shut down Pierce teams because of her passive. She has a really, really good passive. Decreases the enemy's Pierce rate by the value of the hero's resistance. She has very good resistance. You can give her more resistance and make Pierce rate kind of like do nothing. But we already have Elizabeth. So because of that, Valenti not needed. Green Lilia, not that great. We have blue Lilia and we have red Lilia even. Both are better versions. This one, a decent utility unit that can lower people's attack and lower their defense by increasing the damage that they take, right? She also decreases their attack related stats. Actually, it's just attack by 16%, which is not very good, personally, because the one is still going to clap you, even if you have this, right? Cool thing about it is it works from the back. So, even though these characters are exclusive, I don't think they're very, very good. From this list, the 3 characters that I would like speak highly of, one would be Jericho. But Jericho is on literally every single banner. And from playing the game and summoning, even if you're free to play, you're going to end up with her 6 out of 6. She's still good. I just used her in a video, but she's very, very attainable. Same goes for Hauser. Hauser is basically a weaker red version of the first character that they give you, which is Blue Demon Meliodas. He's weaker in the sense that he doesn't hit as hard, and he doesn't have a corrosion card or a weak point ultimate. What he does have is AoE cleave damage, right? He has really, really good AoE damage on both his cards. They're AoE, and his ultimate is AoE. I think he's fantastic for new players, and he's one of the best farming units in the game. When I say farming unit, since you might be new to the game, you don't know what a farming unit is. When you play this game, a lot of the time you're gonna be farming. You're gonna be trying to get gear, food, equipment, whatever it is, right? You're gonna be repeatedly playing the stages, trying to get more and more and more stuff. He's really good for that because both of his cards and his ultimate are AoE, so you can hit everybody on the field, you can kill them faster, and obviously get what you need to get, whether it's gold, gear, equipment, whatever, right? Really, really good unit. So I think even though he's on every banner, he might be a really good unit for you to pick up from here. Griamore, not very good. This guy, not very good. Sorry, Hendrickson, not very good. Gila, not very good. Gil Thunder, he's a tank. He's really, really good for tanking. Like once his ult gauge is built up, he gets additional resistance, which allows him to tank hits. But he's red. The one is blue. Extra resistance, you're just going to die. Sad to say. So even though I have this guy 6 out of 6 and I played with him a little bit, the one is here now. That time has passed, man. So from the bottom here, the only 2 units to consider is Jericho for a single target nuke, right? Very good damage dealer. Hauser for farming. And then if we go up, Slater for Red Demon. He's one of the best characters for Red Demon. He can remove the stance and he hits really, really hard on both of his cards because extra chance to crit. And as you can see, it increases his crit chance by 300% of the value when attacking an enemy with empty ult gauge. So really, really good unit for demons. Besides that, I don't think anybody else here is worth considering. Mono Red is dead, so Red Arthur is only really going to get used in final bosses. And then besides that, Hellbrum, sure, you could pick him up, but he's only going to get used as a buff unit for Great Demon, which I guess you could do that to basically make your king clap harder. But personally, if I was in your position, I was new to the game and I had the knowledge and I didn't have the characters, I would choose Hauser. Just because getting Hauser at level 80 as soon as possible, putting him with your Blue Demon Meliodas and setting up a team like let me go to team setup right now and just show you if I was new what I would do. So you can see this is the team that I use when I'm farming for food. Even though I'm almost a year into playing Grand Cross, I still use Hauser. So I would probably do something like this. And for my backline unit, I would probably use the free Hawk that they give us, because from time to time, I believe even right now, his stats are buffed, so he does extra damage. And this should actually be a good enough team to carry you through pretty much all of the story. This guy can't be attack sealed when he has less than full ult gauge. And when he has full ult gauge, all you have to do is apply the corrosion and then hit with his ultimate and he'll pretty much one-shot anything. So yeah, I'll just wrap it up right here. Personally, I would just choose Hauser. Hauser is just gonna be like the unit from the selection here that you use the most, and no matter how far you get into the game, he's the one that you're still gonna use. Like from all these characters, Jericho is good, right? But Jericho is someone you go out of your way to use. Hauser is somebody that you're gonna use time and time and time and time and time again, just because he's really good for farming. He's the best farming unit in the game. So easy answer, safe answer, reliable answer, good old Hauser. I'm gone.